Welcome to the Bladed Tech Channel's 29th edition of the Tesla and SpaceX Redux. We are reviewing the milestones that occurred on each day in the week of April 5th through April 11th in the history of Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, the Boring Company, and Elon Musk's other various business ventures. April 5th, 2019, Tesla confirmed that Elon Musk visited the Gigafactory New York on this date. There was no announcement and no availability was made to the press. So what's the big deal? Well, it was Musk's first and only visit to the solar cell factory. The facility began construction in 2014 and before the beginning of the pandemic employed about 1,500 people. Originally begun by SolarCity, Tesla took over management of the factory in 2016 and began operations in 2017. Gigafactory New York began fabrication of Solar Roof version 3, the most shingle-like photovoltaic product to date, in early 2020, as well as charging equipment for its supercharger network. April 6, 2018, Elon Musk promoted the documentary film, "Do You Trust This Computer?" on Twitter this date. He said, quote, "Nothing will affect the future of humanity more than digital superintelligence. Watch Chris Payne's new AI movie for free until Sunday night." Payne is the movie's director and was perhaps best known for 2006's Who Killed the Electric Car that featured the demise of GM's EV1. Musk has publicly warned of the extreme dangers of unfettered development of artificial intelligence. To that point, Musk subsequently referenced Frankenstein author Mary Shelley. Reciting from the famous novel of the creation of artificial life written in 1818, he tweeted, quote, "You are my creator, but I am your master." It is instructive to hear what Frankenstein's monster said before that famous sentence. He said, quote, "If the multitude of mankind knew of my existence, they would do as you do and arm themselves for my destruction. Shall I not then hate them who abhor me? I will keep no terms with my enemies. I am miserable, and they shall share my wretchedness." April 7th, 2016, Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeted on this day that the company had received $14 billion in pre-orders for the Model 3 electric sedan. This equated to about 325,000 cars. The Model 3 was Tesla's truly semi-affordable vehicle, which could be ordered for as low as $45,000. Musk had hoped that the Model 3 could be had for as little as $35,000, but that wish never came to pass, as production, design, and technological limitations made that goal unrealistic. Model 3 sales would eventually cement Tesla's membership among the world's automotive giants and boost its value into the hundreds of billions of dollars. Ironically, the Model 3 was somewhat of a disappointment to Musk, who truly wants to be able to sell EVs for less money than internal combustion cars. So, Musk's engineers have returned to the drawing board. During Batter Day in September 2020, Musk announced plans for a $25,000 EV that some pundits have labeled the Model 2. No word yet on how that development is going. April 8th, 2016, the CRS-8 Dragon freighter C-110 was lifted to the ISS on a Falcon 9 FT rocket, booster 1021, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. The booster returned successfully to a drone ship. In addition to the usual supplies, C-110 delivered the inflatable Bigelow expandable activity module to the ISS for 2 years of in-orbit tests. Booster 1021 became the first to successfully land on a ship at sea. As mentioned in Milestone 77, 1021 later became the first orbital booster to be reused when it launched SES-10 on March 30th of 2017. C-110 was to return to Earth a month later. April 9th, 2019. Musk trolled Amazon's Kuiper broadband internet constellation on this date, tweeting that the system was, quote, "Jeff Bezos' copy." Elon was referring to the fact that SpaceX was already launching a similar constellation with its own rockets. As of the date of this video, Starlink has entered beta service to about 10,000 consumers in the northern US, Canada, and the UK, supported by about 1,300 satellites in low Earth orbit. Businesses and consumers have to carefully consider whether relying on Amazon as an internet service provider is a reliable option. Amazon Web Services, which owns about 50% of the third-party server market, has made some puzzling decisions in abrogating contracts with some customers in favor of their competitors. However, such concerns may be far in the future. Kuiper Systems has yet to launch its first satellite. April 10th, 2017. Tesla passed General Motors in this state to become the US's most valuable car maker at about $51 billion. The event drew a lot of attention from the financial media, which used the opportunity for some great clickbait. The reality was a little more sobering, as Tesla simply matched the new GM, which bore no real resemblance to the old GM that went bankrupt in July of 2009 during the Great Recession. The old GM, founded in 1908, was at one point the largest vehicle manufacturer in the world in terms of either sales or volume. It used its dominant position to maximize profits at the expense of product quality starting in the 1960s, and by the early 1980s had begun a long decline in the face of foreign competition, higher energy costs, and tougher emissions. GM is headquartered in Detroit, Michigan, which has about 670,000 residents, down from a peak of 1.6 million in 1960. The city became the largest to file for bankruptcy in 2013. April 11th, 2019, the Arabsat 6A satellite was lifted to orbit on a Falcon Heavy rocket, boosters 1052, 1053, and 1055, from the Kennedy Space Center's Launch Complex 39A on this date. All three boosters returned successfully to ground pads or a drone ship. It was the second flight of the Falcon Heavy, the first commercial flight, and the first one using Block 5 boosters. Booster 1055 landed on the drone ship Of Course I Still Love You, located 601 miles downrange, the furthest sea landing so far attempted. Unfortunately, rough seas meant that the central core was unable to be secured to the deck for recovery, and it later tipped overboard during transit. However, SpaceX recovered the launch's fairing. Before we get to the current event of the week, we wanted to see if you enjoyed this 29th episode of Blade Tech's Tesla and SpaceX Redux. If so, click that like button. Did you agree with our choices, or are there other events that were better? Go ahead and share with us by dropping a comment below. And if you have suggestions for an event in the future, we'll take those too. We'll credit events we pick for future videos to those viewers that post them. We hope you have been enjoying our content. Have we earned your subscription to our channel? If yes, and you have not yet taken the opportunity to subscribe, please take a moment to do so now and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. We want to continue delivering great content to you. You can always unsubscribe, and subscribing is free. On March 31st, 2021, entertainment conglomerate Endeavor announced that Elon Musk was joining its board as director. The company holds stakes in the MMA league UFC, the WME talent agency, and the Miss Universe beauty pageant. The mother of Musk's latest child, Grimes, is a WME client, and Musk is reportedly friendly with venture capitalist firm Silver Lake, which owns 35% of Endeavor. Endeavor intends on going public in April in order to obtain the capital necessary to buy out the 20% of the UFC it does not own, and to buy out Silver Lake's stake in the company itself. Endeavor, like most sports and entertainment companies, lost money in 2020, about $625 million, but it also lost $530 million in 2019 during non-pandemic conditions. In addition to Silver Lake, current investors in the company include hedge funds Elliott Management and Third Point, Michael Dell, and the CCP's Tencent. It does not appear that Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, or any other Musk company holds a stake in Endeavor. Links to some of our most recent episodes can be found in the description section below. You can peruse our entire 200 plus video library by looking at our playlists, which conveniently sort videos by subject. We announce all new videos on our microblogging accounts, which are listed below, as well as in the community feed for this channel. Want to know how to navigate our channel content? We refer to Retrotech and innovation documentary segments as episodes. Coverage of current events in space exploration, science, and technology are labeled as shorts. Space and tech history are documented in an anthology called Milestones. And gameplay recordings can be discovered on the Bladed Tech gaming channel in videos called Walkthroughs and Side Missions. Stay connected by occasionally checking our Instagram feed, where we post content from our upcoming episodes and from episodes past that you may have missed. And finally, join us on our Facebook and Minds pages, where we cover current news and events related to channel content. Thanks for watching.